4 and no more. That's the call by Lee County for the Minnesota Twins. The team wanted a 5th practice field at their spring training complex on Daniels Road, and county officials and the team and a private landowner trying to work out a land swap to accommodate the extra field. But county administrators say negotiations are taking just too long, so they directed a design team to begin work on the 4-field complex called for in the contract signed by the Twins and county last spring.
And Ken knows why the Twins might not be able to afford this 5th field.
Because they were shelling out the dough to make sure that their big star would stay in town. The Twins made sure the puck stops in Minnesota. Today they signed all-star center fielder Kirby Puckett to a record 3-year, $9 million contract. Puckett becomes the first Major League player to break the $3 million a year salary barrier, and the Twins figure they got a bargain. Puckett led the American League in hitting with a .339 batting average. He became the first right-hander to lead the AL in a full season in nearly 20 years. He's been an all-star the last 4 seasons, led the majors in hits the past 2 years. Well, most of the players in the senior league aren't making quite the bucks Puckett is, but 3 weeks into the season, they are playing some good baseball. Tonight, the Sun Sox hosted Bradenton, and no, what you're seeing up there in the sky isn't an Amos Otis homer, but another rocket, the shuttle Discovery blasting into the night. Sox starter Rich Gale was throwing fireballs earlier. He strikes out Greg Nettles, but Bradenton scored 2 runs. Top of the second, Jim Morrison singled to right to score Wayne Nordhagen and put the Explos up 1-zip. Then in the third, Nettles made up for the strikeout by lifting a fly ball to center. Larry Harlow camped under it, made the grab. Here's the throw. It is in time, but Marty Castillo couldn't hold on. Dan Meyer scored. It was 2-0. No problem. The Sox made a patented comeback and won it 10-9 in 10 innings for their 3rd straight victory. The Sox' next opponent, the St. Pete Pelicans, retired the Legends 5-3, and Southern Division leading West Palm topped Winter Haven 8-6. Well, Thanksgiving time wouldn't be complete without football on the menu. The bowl season has begun. Tonight, Fort Myers and Hardee High Schools went at it in the 2nd annual Suncoast Classic at Fort Myers High. North Fort Hires, one of the class of '99, enjoying the game. Hardee scored first the flea flicker from Jerry Lindsay to Lee Thomas for 24 yards, put the Wildcats up 13-0. The Green Wave came back in the 3rd quarter, though, after being shut out in the 1st half. Quarterback Mike Green dropped back, rolled to his left, and hooked up with Brian Lambert, number 12, 56 yards and 6 points. Fort Myers was on the board, though trailing 13-7. And that was the score with under 2 minutes to play when Green looked for his main man one more time. He rolled left and threw long for Lambert. Lambert made another nice catch and scored, but it was called back. The Green Wave had an ineligible man downfield, and there was nothing Sam Sirianni could do about it. Hardee over Fort Myers 13-7 tonight in the Suncoast Classic. Now to the NBA, and on the night before Thanksgiving, the Miami Heat was stuffed by the Sixers. First quarter, Charles Barkley to Rick Mahorn. Back to Barkley for the bucket and the foul to give Philly the early lead. Now, Barkley was just fined $5,000 by the league today for yelling at an official. He took it out on the Heat tonight. 2 of his 20 here on the jam. And the Sixers were up. Now let's play beat the clock. Johnny Dawkins driving through the lane for the left-hander, put the Sixers up by 17. Then it was Sherman Douglas's turn at the buzzer at the other end. He'll hit this one at the end of the 1st half, but the Heat couldn't overcome. They lost 113-103 tonight. Elsewhere, the Magic on the way to another win, it looks like, would be their 3rd in a row. Orlando leads the Jazz 93-77 in the 3rd. Larry Bird at 26. The Celts beat the Rockets by a dozen. It was Cleveland 97-85 over the Knicks. The Nuggets edged the Timberwolves 96-93, and Milwaukee blew out the Hawks 118-100. It'll be Kansas and St. John's in the preseason NIT Finals. Tonight, the Jayhawks knocked off number 1 UNLV 91-77. While St. John's beat DePaul 53-52. And on ice, the Penguins hosted the Devils. Jersey trying to snap a 4-game winless streak. And Jano Hannan put the Devils up 1-0 with his 9th goal of the season here in the 1st. The Penguins tied it later in the period. Rob Brown beat Sean Burke for his 9th goal. It was 1-1 in front of a big crowd at the Igloo in Pittsburgh. But the Devils came storming right back on the power play. Tommy Abilene shoots and misses, but Patrick Sundstrom there to knock it in. The Penguins lose tonight 6-3. Quebec, Buffalo, Philadelphia, and Washington, your other winners tonight. Eagles and Cowboys here at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Don't want to miss it.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, Ken. And coming up, NASA's Thanksgiving.